We are about ready to get this party started. Okay. We are at the top of the hour, folks. All right. Let's jump right on in. Where do you go when your business needs money? The bank? Wrong. Listen, folks, according to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, more than half of businesses will fail within 5 years. And why do they fail? Well, it's because 82% of business failures are due to issues with cash flow. So if they had the cash, they could stay in business. So it makes sense that they would go to the bank looking for money. Unfortunately, 90% of business loan requests are denied by the bank without giving a personal guarantee. So for those who don't want to give the personal guarantee or they don't have the ability to give the guarantee, what options do they have? Well, folks, look, it's really time to think outside the bank. When we do that, we can get the money that we need to fund our business and grow. So welcome to another edition of Think Outside the Bank with your host, Joseph Smith. All right. And let's see if I get, there we are. Hey, welcome to my home office. I've got so much good stuff to share with you today. Let's go ahead and let's find where we're at. Here we go. I am going to be sharing. Yes. Okay. So each and every week, we want to bring Think Outside the Bank to you as a 30-minute business lunch, a time for us to really dive in and discuss different topics that have to do with building your business credit or even getting direct funding. So on Tuesdays, we handle direct funding, ways for you to get access to cash for your business. And then on Thursdays, what we try to do is give you tips, pointers, little nuggets of things that you can do, resources that you can use to help build and grow your business credit. So I'm just going to jump right in and we're going to show some stuff. But last week when Ray was on the line, he went over the whole enchilada and he did a great job. But this week, what I really want to focus in is let's just spend some time going over each of the different points. If we take some time, because I mean, we just had to fly through it last week. So each week, what we're going to do is we're going to take some serious time and really go into each and every individual part of building your business credit. So let's jump right in. What you see on your screen is our business credit builder that our clients use. It's an online web-based platform that helps you keep track of all of your business credit in terms of which accounts you're applying for, the underwriting guidelines for the various accounts. It lets you know very succinctly in a 7-step process of where you're at and where you need to be. Because once you build business credit using this system, this system works for existing businesses or even for startups. If you're thinking, well, I'd love to do this with you, Joseph, but I just don't have a business. Well, then let's get started. This program helps you learn even how to start your business. And that's what we're really going to cover a lot today. So let's jump right on it. So from our business credit builder, the right side over here is direct funding. So we would fill out this information to see what direct funding our business could qualify for. The left side here of your screen is really, it deals with building the actual business credit organically. When I say organically, I mean building business credit without having to use a personal guarantee. And for those who aren't sure what a personal guarantee means, it means like when you have to co-sign on a loan. If you've ever had somebody co-sign on a loan for you, or you've had to co-sign for somebody else, that's giving your personal guarantee. So your business a lot of times can get credit, but many times what the lender or the bank wants is for you to give a personal guarantee so that if the business defaults on its loan, then they can come after you personally. What we do with this program is help your business build its own business credit based off of its EIN number without you having to give a personal guarantee, without you having to co-sign, without you having to put any of your personal side of your life, your credit on the hook. So that's really exciting here. So as you can see, and when we get into the program, there is a 7-step process. We're looking at one of the businesses that I have here. We spend in step 1, and this is a large chunk of the time, business credibility. And we're going to spend a lot of time here today, folks, working not just today, but each week for the next few weeks. We're going to spend some time really focusing in on business credibility, because the number one issue that our clients have, or that existing businesses have, as to why they don't qualify for business credit has to do with some issue with the business's credibility, which is why we're going to spend so much time on that. Because if you take the time to go back and check all of these different business aspects of the setup of your business, or if you're just starting your business and you want to set up, this is the best way to go, because you can do it right from the beginning. But if you've made some mistakes along the way, no problem. The system shows you what you need to do and how to fix it. And then, of course, when you're working with the Wise Guys and Ties, not only do you have this web-based platform, which is great. I mean, if you're really intuitive and you can use the program, and it's got so much education and it teaches and trains you as you go. But on top of that, our financial advisory team is here to really work with you and make sure that you can access, get the information, answer any questions for clarity, and help you get through this process. As well as we have a team of loan officers when you're ready to begin applying for direct funding. So when you start working with the Wise Guys and Ties, you really are wrapping, what happens is we wrap our financial team around your business and we help you to succeed. So in terms of business credit, we help you to get $50,000 in lines of credit or more just in building your business credit. On the direct funding side, we really help your business get up to 150,000, maybe even as much as 250,000, but it really depends on a lot of your business's financials. So the better your financials, the more money that we can help find for your business. So, and we'll go into that each and every week so that you have a better understanding of what that is. But as you see here, so here are the steps. Business credibility. Once we establish business credibility, then we got to go out and then establish our business reports. Make sure that we're set up with the individual credit monitoring bureaus that are out there. We're talking about D&B, we're talking about Business Experian, Business Equifax, Credit Safe. I mean, there's a lot of different issues out there. So then once we have our credibility set and we have the reporting agencies and we verify that all that information is correct, then we can go out to the actual credit issuers and have them issue us lines of credit. So we have this in a 4-tier process. And what usually happens for most folks is they jump right to tier 4. Tier 4 is when you're applying for business credit cards and with banks or different types of businesses out there that offer some type of Visa or MasterCard. And the problem there is you haven't established your business credit, so you get declined or you get denied unless you give a personal guarantee. What we're going to do is systematically, step by step, show you which accounts that you can add, and then we're going to just keep stacking one right on top of the other. Our goal is to get to 14 accounts reporting positively within a 6-month period of time. When we do that, and when we have that set up, and a few of those accounts are going to have a $10,000 credit availability limit. Once we have that, we have an excellent credit rating profile that will allow us then to get our business directly funded. And remember, I talked about, well, you can work with our loan officers to get $150,000, maybe $250,000 in business lines of credit or loans. So the end process of building business credit is really just the beginning of gaining access to hundreds of thousands of more dollars in loans and lines of credit for your business. The key issue is being able to do this without a personal guarantee. And for many of you, especially because I have a lot of clients out there, being able to build the people, either their personal credit has issues or they just don't want to commingle. They don't want to mix it because whenever you put things into the personal credit, it has, I mean, a lot of people have made the mistake of commingling funds, and it's just got a lot of issues, especially come tax season, tax time, and it has an adverse effect on your income to debt ratio, your utilization. So this is the solution that solves all of those problems and helps us to achieve a business credit rating very quickly. As well as, you must understand that most business owners don't even know anything about business credit or how to get it. And there's a lot of misconceptions about what it is. So each and every week, we're going to really try to take our time to go through this step by step. But after you build in tier 1 and then tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, and we get those 14 accounts reporting positively, then we're right where we need to be. We're in the sweet spot where we can then start getting access to the corporate credit cards that we want without having to worry about personal guarantees. So let's jump right on in. Today, what I want to cover is the very first step. Now, if you already have an existing business, don't tune out, because there's some important information here. But largely what we do in step 1 is help you learn how to set up your business. So if you already have your business set up, you should be able to, in theory, fly through step number 1. Should be a non-issue for you. But for some people, it can be an issue. So today, here's what we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on business name. Business name. It's the first issue. This is also one of the number 1 issues why people actually get denied business credit, because there's an issue with your name. I mean, who would have thought? We put a lot of time and energy and effort into our business name. Maybe it's tied to some kind of marketing plan that we have. You've laid it out on a business card or a T-shirt or something, right? I mean, we put so much thought and time into the business name. And we do that too with our own kids. I mean, any of you that are parents and have kids, you've put a lot of time into what are we going to name our child, and what's that going to sound like when you put the first name with the last name and then the middle name, right? Are we going to name it after, grandfather? All those thoughts go into putting in a name. The thing is that we very easily can spot a name. Let's say we're giving names to our children. If I was to name one of my children Adolf, well, that might make people think of Adolf Hitler. That would be maybe a very bad name to give my child. What if I say, this is my son Lucifer, right? No, that might actually be really bad, because then people be like, is that Satan's child? No, so we instinctively know what are good and bad names. But in business, we don't actually have that same knowledge. So this is really good that we're going over this today. So with each and every step, when you're in our business credit builder, there are some training videos, and we're not going to play any of these today, but they also have their transcripts with each one of them. But you can watch the video and really learn the importance of this step and why it is so critical to building business credit. And I'm telling you, a lot of folks, especially established businesses, who are finding that they're getting declined for business credit, they gloss over these easy steps. Oh, yeah, I've done that. Everything's fine. Well, is it? Let's take a look. So I already have an established business here. We're looking at this business, JJJ&R Enterprises. And so after you watch the video, then you can put the business name in. Then you save and you go on to the next step. If you're just starting a business, then we've got to figure out what name that we want. And then after we figured out the name, we've got to see if it's available. So that's why we have a couple of resources here. And these are things that you need to do. So first of all, whatever your business name is, if you currently have a business name, or if you don't, if you're thinking about a business name, take a look at this. There is, right off the bat here, you can see in this list, the restricted industries list. Look at what it says right here, automatic decline, right? If you apply for any type of money and you have any of these names inside your business name, you'll get automatically declined. because keep in mind, when you fill out an application, whether it's online or a paper application, it gets submitted to the credit issuer, but they put it in to their computer software. So a computer underwriter is checking all of this stuff. And the first thing that they check when they look at the business name is, does it have ammunitions or weapon manufacturing in the list? Does it have bail bonds, check cashing, energy, oil? I mean, so you might not be in these type of businesses. You might have a legitimate retail business or a services business. But here's the thing. Maybe you put some type of, maybe because it was a clever twist of words, you put in, the gas, hey, to maybe you're a marketer and you're like, hey, this is the fuel to make your business go, or whatever, right? You could, by trying to be clever with your business name, actually have made it so that you are now going to get automatic declines, right? Gaming, gambling, loans, any type of political campaign. So if you were to put any political candidate in your business title, hopefully you haven't done that, but then that would be a problem. So keep in mind that if you have just any of these names that you see on your screen, ammunition, weapons manufacturing, bail bonds, check cashing agencies, energy, oil trading, petroleum products, right? If you have finance, like a lot of people, finance is one, like, hey, I mean, you might be like, hey, this is a financial investment company. Well, you businesses or credit issuers are legally restricted from lending to other lenders. So if you're a mortgage broker or mortgage banker, or you've put something like that into your business title, we see that come up a lot for folks with names. They didn't realize that by putting finance or by putting mortgage or broker or different things like that into the business title, that is actually set you up for automatic declines. Gaming, gambling activities, loans, pawn shops, political campaigns, public administration, and X-rated projects. Now, down here, now we have the high risk industry. So before, the first list was the restricted industries. Now this is the high risk. But the high risk industry, here's the issue here, is these aren't necessarily automatic denials, but they are red flags. So when you get too many red flags with a computer underwriter, then you will get denied. So as you look at this list here, right, this is what we have to look at. Do you have agriculture in your business name? Auto, vehicle, boat sales, courier service, computer and software services, dry cleaners, adult entertainment, general contractor, gasoline stations or convenience stores, healthcare, nursing homes, right? A lot of people are into real estate, putting together these retirement centers. You have special trade contractors, hotel, motels, jewelry, limousine services, long distance trucking, over the road trucking. We have a lot of truckers that we work with, and by putting over the road trucking in your business title, that create issues. Mobile manufactured home sales. We also have phone sales, real estate agents, brokers, real estate developers, land subdividers, restaurants, drinking establishments, software or programming companies, and taxi cabs. So travel agencies. If you put any of these names into your business, you're automatically going to have some issues. I mean, that's the sad reality. So if from the start we can go ahead and make sure that we don't put anything like this into our business name, then that is going to be the right medicine that we need. So rule of thumb, when it comes to selecting a business name, you want something that can be trademarked. All right, that's really the biggest thing, because when you put an industry name or an industry type within the name of your business, you can't really trademark that. But if you have a unique business name that's maybe built around your name or the or a location, some type of proper noun, basically, you can get that trademarked, and if it's available, of course. That is probably the best rule of thumb to follow, because like here, look at the business name that I chose here, JJJ&R Enterprises LLC. What does that company do? You don't know by looking at that company what it does. I've chosen a very generic name for it. Enterprises, group, team, project. Used we've used different types of names that are very generic in their approach. Company, you know, and so you might be thinking to yourself, "Oh man, but that's boring, and I want something a little more flashy." Well, that's fine. Just keep in mind what those restricted industries are. Now, when you do have your business name set up, so my business is in Arizona, so we'll go ahead and take a look here. But if I didn't, let's say I've come up with, hey, I think I got an idea for a really great name. So you go into the program, and the program will take you to wherever you need to go to check your business name. So this is JJJ, well, another J, and R Enterprises. So this is the Arizona Corporate Commission, where this has to be checked. And look, hey, there it came up. So I can see that this is an LLC, the county that it's registered in, the agent's name, a statute. You know, not everybody has listed a statutory agent. I do with my business. But so here's what's important is, if you do have your business, right, you need to go and check with the Secretary of State, right? This is what you would do. So you say, oh, hey, the status is active. Oh, hey, great, it's in good standing. You need to see this information because it's so important that your business be in good standing, because this is what's out there for the public to see, and you need to know what you're putting out there. So then you got all your members. You want to make sure all those addresses are correct. Here's the official address, you know, of some of the, so as you put all of this down here, so here's the address. So then I would want to look, is that address accurate? And then you might come in here and say, oh, wait a minute, that's actually, our business moved. Well, this is why this is so huge and so important, even if you're an established business, to make sure that all the information on your business is current and up to date, especially when applying for any type of business credit or funding. All right, so I had a question come in here on chat. And oh, I have Ray Fleming, who's doing a marvelous job making sure he's reaching out to everybody and welcoming them and making sure that they have all of the resources that they need to succeed. Good job, Ray. All right, so when you're doing the business name, it's important not only to choose your business name and make sure that it doesn't have any of the restricted industries in there, and that it doesn't have and that it is available. So if this is a brand new name and you're just picking it out, then it's good to go check the Secretary of State to see if it's even available. Now, here's a little extra tip that I like to give folks. If you have selected your business name and it's available and everything's good, and even if you're established, I recommend that as soon as possible, find somebody that sells domains. I've used several. HostGator is one I've used. I've also used GoDaddy, but go and buy that domain, right? That is very crucial, because that'll be something for you know, a later one of these think outside the bank episodes that we're going to have. But this is a critical step, because you don't want to start your business now and then later go and look for the domain and then find that, oh, it's not available, somebody snatched it up. Because there are people out there that look and see which businesses just got registered, right, with the Secretary of State, and then they go buy that as a domain, so that then you have to go spend more money to get that domain if you want it. So that's why if you're setting up your business for the first time, I recommend, hey, the business name's available, go get the domain as well. That's just going to save you money down the road. All right, now with each of our steps, we do also help people get resources. So with the resources, what they're about is this is how you would, these are different companies that we've used that we've had success with. And I don't get any kickbacks or anything when you use these companies. I just find that they do a good job for a reasonable, fair price. So if you are setting up your business for the first time, or maybe you're getting ready to set up another business, you already have one, but you want to set up another one because, hey, why not? If you can build within 6 to 12 months, $50,000 of business credit on just one business, well, then why couldn't you do that on a second business or a third business or a fourth? And if your business, once it has established its business credit, can then go out and get 150,000 or 250,000, well, then why wouldn't I set up more businesses? And then getting access to business credit becomes unlimited for me. So if you need help setting up a business, we recommend my corporation. I also use other attorneys as well, depending where you're at. There's local resources. If you have an attorney that you like to work with, go ahead and use them. But I want people to also understand that there is a cost involved with starting a business. So let's say, hey, I want to start my business. I want to start a limited liability. Oh, it says it's going to cost me 99 bucks. Well, let's select my state. Let's say I want to build it here in Arizona. All right. And now they've given me all of these options. What do I want to do? $99, 124, 224, 324. What do I want to pay for and what do I get? Right? It's the difference between getting somebody that's going to generate your annual report for you, maybe have a registered agent listed. Why is a registered agent important? Well, if instead of having a registered agent listed there and you list your own personal name and address, then what that means is that people who are going to try to maybe look at potentially suing you are going to say, "Oh, hey, they don't have an attorney, so this person," they would see that as low-hanging fruit. And so, by putting a statutory agent there, it's something for me that makes somebody think twice before perhaps they might want to sue me. And and that's all it really is for me, because then somebody has to know that they're going to have to contact some legal entity before they can get through to me. You can also, as you're doing this, have it auto renew. Now, every business is every state is different. So in Arizona, I know that I don't need the annual report or the auto renewal because Arizona doesn't do that. But I might want to add in the registered agent. But you might be in a state where you do have to auto renew every year. And you are required to put in an annual report that updates the minutes and the address and name of all the members of the LLC. So you just go ahead and look at this and find which one works best for you. All right, so this is just a brief look at our Business Credit Builder program. And this was just a look at business credibility step, what we call 1.1. Next week, we're going to really dive into business address, and we'll go into future weeks into business entity, EIN numbers. But I really want you to take some time. If you already have a business, go back and look at that name. Is the address correct? Is the name correct? If you're thinking, oh, wait a minute, I've got one of those restricted names in my name. What do I do, Joseph? Well, set up a consultation with us. Let's take a look, because maybe you've got strengths in other places that offset weaknesses. And so what we'll do is we can just figure out the best path for you. For those of you who are like, man, I really need business credit. I want access to $50,000 in the next 6 months, right? Then get started with us. We have so many wonderful options to help people get started. Our services, you can go to our website. Our website is wiseguysandties.com. And from our website, you see, let's see if I can take you there right now. wiseguysandties.com. This is where you need to go, where you can grab some more information on how to build your business credit, right? You can learn more about who we are. This is how you contact us. What's the pricing for our services that we offer, right? Read some of our articles that we put out there. If you want to schedule a 30-minute consultation with us, you just have to go to the website, bam, and you can go right into the calendar and pick a day or time that works best for you. We do give people 30-minute free consultations just to see where you're at with your business and if you need any help with anything. So, folks, I want to thank you so much for being on this call with us today. We've reached the end of our time. This has been so wonderful sharing not only how to build your business credit and focus on your credibility with your business name, but to really spend time helping you get focused, right? Because that's really all it is. If you get focused, you take this seriously and you do the work, you can build business credit. And it's something that if you're a do-it-yourselfer and you stay with us and you keep watching these, you can learn how to do this on your own. If you're somebody who's like, yeah, but I want a professional to work with me and help me, well, great. Come to our website, set up a consult. Let's see how we can start working with you and help you achieve the goals that you're looking to achieve, because that's what we're here for. If we can help you achieve your goals and reach your dreams, whatever you were put here to do, then we will have achieved our dreams as well. So we can both help each other out. I want to thank you so much. God bless you. Have a great day, and we'll see you next week.